All right, let's talk about under eyes. Dude, I swear to you, under eyes is so overly overdone. Like for reals. Do you feel like you're 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, and your under eyes is giving you the biggest pain in your butt with creasing, with wrinkles growing, with all the things? I'm gonna change your makeup right now. I can tell you it's gonna be your game changer, so watch this now. All right, there's the biggest thing with under eyes. We've got to get to hydration. Hydration needs to take place in your makeup routine before you do your makeup. Now, with hydration, so much of the skincare that we use, it really doesn't make a difference, but I do have one thing that I was like, holy crap, this is just a moisturizer and you do that? So, okay. So, Seint moisturizer, okay? This is the Seint cream right here. This stuff is my holy grail and I didn't even know it was gonna be. I'm really mind blown. I actually made a reel about this, that I woke up one day, my eyes just looked like crap. The wrinkles were top notch. They were on point, like, hey, we're gonna wake up, Joss is gonna look like crap. We want her to look like crap and she's gonna have to do something about it. So I got out my Seint cream, I used such a minimal amount and I place it in the trough of my eyes, okay? I place it in the trough and then I blend in. Now, moisturizer works its way up so you don't have to go in and put it all there, but my focus, whoa, I have access. My focus is the troughs and really just getting here and extending that out. Now, hydration under the eye is key. If you watch my tutorials, you have heard me say, I truly don't believe we need to put a lot of moisturizer on our face before our makeup when we're wearing a cream foundation. The reason for that is cream foundation already holds in your moisturizer very well for you, and also you should be putting on a sunscreen that's acting as a moisturizer on its own anyways. Let that be. You don't need a skincare moisturizer slash sunscreen. It just needs to be a hydrating sunscreen if you have dry skin. If you have oily skin, you need one that's going to help with oils. You need one for your skin type. Make sure you check out my blog, fitmissionmakeup.com/blog. There's the sunscreen guide. Get a sunscreen for your skin type instead of just putting one on because somebody told you to do so. All right. So next, the thing that we want to make sure is that now has had time to absorb. Our under eyes, I have all these under eye concealers in my hands and I hate them all. Why? Because our skin is so thin. I'm gonna zoom in this camera insanely tight. I want this camera to pick up how soft is my skin for my under eyes, how much wrinkles, and you can see now that pole, I even have a pole for maybe how I sleep on my face, it's skin damage right there too. This under eye skin is insanely soft. Look at that, how it moves when I'm barely touching it. Now let me touch this the same way. See what happens here? It's not treated the same. You can't treat it the same. How I go in and how I apply, I get this baby and I apply makeup down in here, it can't be the same of how I come in to my under eye, try and get as much off of this as I even possibly can, and then go and put it, and it's thick as can be. It can't be treated that same exact way. So what do? We're going to simplify the under eyes. We have the hydration taking care of our skin, and now we're going to be using minimal makeup under our eyes instead of going in with something like this. So I would then take my brush and try to blend this in. Number one, we're going way too light under the eye. We're putting way too much under the eye. We're pulling and touching our skin way too much under the eye. Instead, we are going to use a brush that is so minimal for the under eye. This brush that I'm gonna use, this is called the Spot Brush from Seint, and I'm going to take a darker color of foundation and address this darker color. Now, let me also add, Seint has a demi corrector. This is actually my favorite way, but because I'm comparing this to foundation, I'm gonna keep it with the foundation type way. Demi correctors for color correcting, this is my favorite because we can tackle the darkness for the darkness. We're gonna take this teeny tiny brush, going into it at the very tip of the brush and touch the area where needed with a darker color instead of a lighter color. only hit the darker pigmentation with a darker foundation color that you actually have the problem with. Then you're going to take the color that is your main color that you naturally use and fill in other areas and softly stipple to that area, grabbing the most minimal on the brush for anything else that you need. Okay, then you're going to take a brightening color where you want to brighten so minimally, only going in very key places under the eye. And this right here is going to allow your under eye to be taken care of at the level that it needs with a minimal look and accentuating the most beautiful points within your face. So yes, this one might look more brightened. Which one do you think is going to wear better throughout the day and not have creasing? Now, on my Instagram, there's a guide section. So in this section is the guide section, and there's an under eye portion where I actually dive into this even deeper than this tutorial right here. That would be incredible for you to watch. So you can see even how I use demi for the ones that I do use demi, or maybe just using demi for the inside and foundation on the outside. But when you start inheriting using a tiny brush for your under eyes with minimal product, you're not going back and forth. We're not utilizing this to create the creasing, and a lighter color all day is going to create creasing, but also it's going to show your wrinkles even more. The more makeup you put under your eyes, the more wrinkles are going to show. I hope this tutorial was so informative for you. Make sure you check out that guide section over on Instagram as well. I have videos for eyeliner, for under eye, more for eyeshadows, for face, for hair, for all the things here within this page. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you say hi in the comments, and we'll talk to you next time.